tell me that you're leaving. When I try to understand, had myself believing that I could take it like a man. What was that, Eduardo? Yeah, you like that? You like a little kiss action, man? I know, man. Paul Stanley's that. Hey. Well, it's February the 26th, I believe. This one's for the March 12th fight between Miguel Cotto and Ricardo Mayorga. Mayorga. Anyway, this is for the WBA Super World Quadruple Centuple Bicentennial title. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we'll just put some words behind it so we can make another title to have more sanctioning fees and money. And that's what it seems like anymore. Hey, we'll make him the Super Champion. When it used to be the Super Champion was a guy that had multiple belts, WBA, WBC, IBF. But I'm getting carried away. I know I'm hammering on them, and they deserve to be hammered on. Because it's crap. They're putting out too much crap. Anyway, seeing as how this is a prediction vid, not me just going on some random rant, we're going to break down both the fighters, and then I'll give my prediction at the end of the fight. At the end of the video, the end of my breakdown. You know what I'm saying, man. First, we'll start out with Miguel Cotto, who's 35-2 and 0, with 28 knockouts for a 76% knockout ratio. So we know he's got really good power. He's most known for his 2 losses as opposed to his 35 wins. But as time goes on, those 2 losses don't seem as bad, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, he lost to Manny Pacquiao, which is what pretty much everybody is doing right now. And the Margarito thing, after the hand wraps are gone, he's not half the fighter that he was. You see what I'm saying? After the hand wrap incident. I'm not saying he used them, but, you know, you'll have that. So, you know, he looked good against Foreman. He didn't look great, but then again, Foreman was kind of injured, so you didn't get to really see a full dynamic of it. He's a very good boxer. He uses combinations very well. He gets in, he gets out. He's a very good counterpuncher. And for those that you don't think so, go and look back at the Clottey fight when he stepped back, uncorked that hook, and dropped Clottey. Clottey. I don't care. I say it how I want. Anyway, he should be healed up. You know, he was in a lot of wars, a lot of very, very tough fights in a row. And the Yuri Foreman fight was not a very physical fight for him, like this fight will be. It wasn't a physical fight, so he should be healed up. That punch resistance, we hope, is coming back more and more and more, because he's got a good chin. He's a warrior. He gets cut horribly. He fights through it. He's got more heart than just about any fighter out there. He works the body. He is open to uppercuts, which is going to be a scary thing with Mayorga, who happens to throw a lot of left and right uppercuts. He's got good accumulative power. And what I mean by that is, and what you should know by now, is that is over time. His punches gather up, but they keep gathering steam. And then by that 8th, 9th, 10th round, the guy is just broken down from getting hit so often and stuff like that. As I said, he uses combos well to the head and the body. He gets in and he gets out. He does not stay in there to trade and war with you. He's a boxer, and a good one at that. His power has carried a little bit from welterweight to light middleweight, but he's still a smaller light middleweight. And when I say that, you want to be at least 5'9" or bigger when you start getting into those, you know, the 154-pound class, because those guys can actually weigh about 170 and then come down. Those guys are generally taller, you know, getting closer to 6 foot tall, like a middleweight is. So, while he's smart and he's got the shorter reach and everything like that, he makes up for it in his ability. Going over to Ricardo Mayorga, who is, was he 29-7? Yeah, 29-7-1. He's got his 23 KOs. He's got his 61% knockout percentage. 4 of his 7 losses have come by knockout. To get even more in there, his last 3 losses were all at light middleweight and they were all by knockout. So when he gets up here and he fights the bigger fighters, he tends to, well, he gets beat up. He's not an active fighter. I don't mean in the ring. What I mean is actively fighting. He's fought 7 times since, in 7 years, since 2004. And he's only fought 1 time since September of 2008. It's like 27 months he's got 1 fight in. And that was against Michael Walker. Nothing against him, Chicago boy. I love Chicago. But he's not A-list fighter. And Walker even buckled his knees a little bit in that first round with a good shot on the chin. You hit him upside the head, not going to do a whole lot to Mayorga. But that chin, if it's on the button, it seems like that's the key. Don't hit him here, hit him here. Head real thick, this not so much. He's got good power, and he's a roughhouser, man. This guy comes in there, he's not known for his boxing ability. He's not like one of those guys that you put the tape in and go, this is how you want to fight. This isn't that guy. But every punch that he throws is with violent aggression, and there's a lot of power behind them. And when he lands those punches, and they're typically in 1-2s, he'll come at you, pop, pop, he'll throw the 1-2s. So he can be timed. He is very open. He does get wild. He showboats way too much. His D is bad. He's got his hands low. There are a lot of negatives for this fighter, but his will, his heart, his want to just beat you up and embarrass you pushes him through. He's willing to take 2 punches to get off one of his. He's a bit flat-footed. He's not really the fastest dude out there. He's got decent speed, but he's not as fast as Cotto. He works the body like you owe him money. This guy is coming to take change out of you. I mean, he's throwing 2, 3, 4 punches. He's hammering that body. And they land in every punch he throws. Be it the right hand, which is more of a chopping right hand, to the slamming left hooks. They're not fast where you hear the pop, where the pop is coming in. They're a thud. It's just that aggression that I want to pound you to the earth type of styled fighter. There's a reason why his nickname's El Matadore, because he's walking you down. Much like Margarito did before stuff happened. Did I miss anything? His chin can be susceptible because he's been knocked out 4 times. This in 3 of his last losses. His last 3 losses were all by knockout. So he can be hit flush. He works the uppercut in very well. He throws left or right-handed with the uppercuts. Most fighters are, stick with one hand, that they really like to throw certain punches. Like a right-hander doesn't throw a whole lot of right hooks. Okay? You feeling me? I'm trying to give you little lessons, man. Trying to work it in there for you. And he likes to fight inside. He would love to be, head to head, just banging it out, for 12 rounds to outman you. That's his thing. The problem is that's not Cotto's thing. Cotto's going to dance around. He's going to pepper you from the outside, get in, get out, punish you when you miss, and he can war, but he doesn't choose to war. And he's smarter for that. And I think Cotto takes the decision. I don't think he knocks him out, because this is not I don't believe Cotto is a legit 154 guy. I still think he's a welterweight at 147. So I don't think he is fully grown into 154. So I don't think he's that power that, like the De La Hoya, the Trinidad, and the Mosley have. I don't think that translates to 154 as much. So I believe this fight goes the distance, and Cotto takes a unanimous decision. Okay, Cotto's much better than Vargas, and that was a close fight. So, you feeling me? You seeing what I'm saying? I just think Cotto's a better boxer. He's going to keep his distance. And the fact that he's 7 years younger, kind of plays into his thing too. Mayorga, he's 37. I got nothing against 37-year-olds. I'm 37 myself. Just saying. Oh, okay? Wait, this is Bigragu. Please comment, rate, subscribe, alright? Well, I'm out.